Fire away. Who's ready?
Well, I'm ready. Just a thought on, before we get to what's next, just what you saw on the weekend and how difficult it was from a football perspective, but also just a human perspective, seeing Jeremiah go down.
Yeah, absolutely. I think anyone that's been around Coach Dice or myself know the affinity we have for our players and what they go through to do what we ask them to do. And Jeremiah have a long-standing relationship with not only him but his family, and means a lot to me, and it's helped me get where I am in my career for sure too. So it's always first and foremost about the players with me, and to see one of your guys go down, especially a guy with that, it hurt us soft, but we're going to move on. That's what Jeremiah would have wanted. That's what he does want. We're going to step ahead. We had a great day one today, and we're excited to go for this week.
You signed two quarterbacks pretty quickly after the injury. How difficult is that to go find two quarterbacks who will come in and play?
It gets kudos to our personnel staff of being prepared. We always talk about being proactive, not reactive, and I think that's one of the biggest jobs of a GM when you hit times of uncertainty, is to provide some certainty to the group around you, players and coaches, see that you have a plan in place. You're not going to panic, and we got two great young quarterbacks that came in today. We got to see Jake a bunch in preseason for us, and we obviously watched the film on our other guys. So very excited to get them in. We just want them to be them. No one's going to be Jeremiah Mazzoli for us. We want Dustin to be Dustin. We want Nick to be Nick, and we want these guys to be those guys, and put together collectively an effort to help us win football games.
Really, the only veteran CFL quarterback you've got on the roster is Nick. And he's not your starter. Is there a concern when you bring in two younger guys again that maybe there's not enough that been there, done that factor?
Well, with these two guys having camp, at least they've seen the game, they've seen the motions, they've seen the 12 guys on the field. The reality is there's not a lot of veteran guys around that are able to come up and be signed at the end of the day. And when you can get some guys that have been in camps and it's not brand new from day one, I think that's an advantage we have on last year. You talk about Nick. He's been in here since the whole offseason, since day one. Dustin came in last year, and it's one of the things we talked about when recruiting Dustin up here last year, is you can use last year's time as a second training camp. So between that and this time now, it helps him prepare more. So it puts us in a bit of a different situation than last year. Obviously, we wish Jeremiah and Tyree were both healthy, but I have a ton of confidence in this team. You look at how our defense is playing right now, our special teams. Offensively, we had 22 first downs on Saturday with a game plan that might have been thrown out the window when the injury happened. So, I know we have a great group of leaders on our team, both on the coaching staff and player-wise, and I'm excited to see them rally together.
What have you seen out of Dustin Crum so far, just going back to last year, training camp, preseason, and then what you saw on Saturday?
Well, I think first, your quarterback has to be one of your hardest workers. The team takes their P's and Q's from them, and you see Dustin in here all the time. He's a student of the game. Everyone's talked about him, intelligent guy, way more intelligent than me. I think he could be an aerospace engineer or something, way beyond my grasp of knowledge. And just loves the game. Intense, comes to work every day. Natural leadership skills. I think you saw it when he went in the huddle. Didn't faze him. It wasn't too big for him. And then you see the athleticism, you see the talent. He's going to have to do some things. Can't turn over the ball. We've talked about that. He knows that. He's his harshest critic. If you watch the coach's film, you would see the reactions of how he reacted to those plays, and I expect him to get better each and every week.
Two names we've heard people chattering about on social media, McLeod Bethel Thompson, Dane Evans, another one, which belongs to a CFL team. How difficult is it to find those kind of guys at this point of the season?
Well, I want to talk about the guys that are here, but I'll talk in generalities that, the reality is I'm not doing my job if I don't reach out to every possible avenue, and I'll continue to do that as long as they have me in this job for any position that's needed on our team. So we had a lot of conversations from the second I saw Jeremiah go down. It's one of the benefits of me traveling with the road, is I get to see some things live and in person and react to them quickly. So touched a lot of points throughout the league and throughout North America. But the reality is sometimes it's time and place for guys, and if they're available, and you have to work with the guys that are available. We're excited for the guys that came in, and we want to see how they progress over the next few weeks.